Hi, and welcome to Teletalk. I'm Liv.
And I'm Ben.
And on this episode, you'll hear our carefully considered and not at all random thoughts on a show we like. There will be spoilers.
This podcast is for entertainment purposes only, and we're giving ourselves an age rating of 15 and above, but you're welcome to make up your own mind. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome back to Oak Island.
We're back for one of the last times this season, I think. Episode 21 of season 13. The unlucky season!
Yeah.
Or lucky for some. Not lucky for the searchers. Has it ever been lucky for the searchers?
You've gone on a tangent without me.
Okay, 13 is traditionally an unlucky number,
No, I
right,
know.
Liv?
Yeah, but I was thinking about saying how we've become aware that it's been quite difficult for some people to watch this episode if they didn't watch it
Yes.
on the History Channel.
If you have been sailing the seven seas,
Yeah.
then apparently it just was... It was episode 1.
It seems like someone made it up, like
Or cut,
made
yeah.
a compilation
Yeah,
episode.
Reddit was going a bit mad.
Yeah.
And people were going, what the hell is this?
Yeah,
And we were like, haha, we got the right one.
yeah.
So, yeah, apparently that was annoying.
So hopefully you've watched the right one and
Yeah.
you're not sat here thinking that we're going to recap a compilation.
Just FYI, if you've watched an hour and a half one where they're like, this year we're going to do this, because apparently people got quite a ways in before they realised,
Yeah.
which is probably an indictment of the
I
show.
know.
Hey, hang on.
Yeah.
I've seen this before, but even more so than normal.
But we are talking through the actual episode.
Yes, and
Which seems to have nothing to do with its title.
a sacred symbol.
Yeah.
Yes, it should have been like a sacred artifact. And even that's pushing it. These titles are absolute shit.
I suppose if I'm being generous, they're talking about the letter A, the Masonic A, or Templar A.
Well, we'll get into all of that. But yeah, it's about as relevant as any Oak Island episode. No one even says it. Like, at least on some of them, Gary says it.
Yeah. They're the good ones.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, I can see where
It's
they've
a
got
bit like
that from.
bingo then, isn't it?
Yes.
Like, he said it, I got it, I won.
They might as well just call every other episode woo 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 woo.
Oh, that was good. Anyway,
That was a long time ago
Yeah.
now. That was the lead cross.
that was, yes, because when he found the lead cross, he was making an interesting sound, whoa, 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 and then the show editors, I presume, played that over and over and over.
Well, the thing is, one could argue, was that the peak find of Oak Island thus far?
They still talk about it.
Well, yeah, is there anything better than that?
Maybe it's just that they covet it so much,
Yes.
so they don't think they
Are
found
they
anything
worshipping
better.
it as an idol?
Possibly.
Yeah. Well, we're going to go, as we always do, to the money pit. We're
Okay.
going to jaunter down the causeway onto the island and straight into the Swiss cheese of a island bit that is the money pit. Oh, it rhymed. We're with Peacock 1, and they're down to treasure depth, which
They're
is
so
apparently
excited.
150 foot. So, I want to start with a quote,
Oh,
which will
right.
set the tone for this episode,
Oh,
right?
goody.
Just so you know what's going to happen, if we see wood, everyone's going to lose it.
Yeah.
I'm like, only last week someone said, we never get excited about wood in the swamp. And I'm like, bullshit. But at least they're acknowledging it now. It's like, oh yeah, everyone's going to go mad if we find some wood right now in the... I'm like, you found wood at that depth a lot. And you sort of just go, more wood.
But it's in this location where
Yeah.
they think there's an offset chamber.
Where Boss Marty is obsessed with the offset chamber.
So
Do they find an offset chamber, Liv?
they don't even find any wood.
No.
It's very
No.
disappointing for them.
No, they find absolutely jack all, and so much so someone has to nudge Barkhouse to run over with some cement he's found in the wash station. I found some cement, and I think that's cement in air quotes.
Yeah, he didn't find it though, did he?
No, someone.
He was in charge of the people that found it.
This confused the hell out of me. I'm presuming that someone uninteresting found it or something, because I was like, weird. The last few episodes we've had his son/nephew/whoever he is, another Barkhouse find it, and Charles is stood over his shoulder going, "That's my boy/nephew."
Well, he's never told us.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
I've got a theory on that though.
Oh yeah.
And I've just momentarily forgotten it because I was listening to you.
The curse of Oak Island.
Oh, I've remembered it.
It's back.
My theory is that they know the money pit is boring. They know that I was complaining about it last week. And what they've done is they've brought the wash station stuff, that's a bit of a tongue twister, to the money pit to make that section seem more interesting.
What a wonderfully modest theory that is.
And I'm not saying it's correct, but it's a theory.
Well, see, I was confused about it, right? And I think that's a legitimate thing, because like, it's funny how we mention stuff and then stuff changes the next episode.
Right.
So I'm not saying that they're listening to us and like editing the episodes before they come out and then, say, for example, releasing weird fake cuts to give themselves more time or something. Yeah. I'm not saying that definitively, but... You know, if that was a theory that someone came up with, it would say, could it be? Ancient astronaut theorists say perhaps.
Perhaps.
But I was really confused by this because I was like, well, they've been bringing us to the wash station to find artifacts. Like, we watch as they discover them coming down the island. You can see them coming a mile off and you're like, oh, someone's going to spot that in a minute.
Yeah, so they don't bother with a cameraman. They just stick a time-lapse there, and then, when it gets interesting, they've got all the footage.
Well, yeah.
Perfect.
But this episode, Charles Barkhouse saunters over and goes, I found some cement, or we found some cement. And I was like, oh, weird, we're not going to the washroom. Maybe they weren't filming there today or something. And then we go to the wash station. Derek Couch is inexplicably back, and he finds a thing on the wash station. So I'm like, why... I'm confused. Why didn't we see them discover the cement? Also,
I think the time-lapse camera was broken.
Yeah, it must be. Apart from when Derek Couch gets
it fell over. I don't think they actually have one, by the way, but it would explain why they magically find stuff every time we go there.
I think that's editing, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Right.
I know that. It's more fun to think that they filmed the whole thing.
Oh, right.
And they've got a camera on a tripod and it fell over.
Whichever magic camera it is that they have that they find stuff when they turn up, they should use that one to film the money pit.
Yes.
I've solved it for you, lads. Use the magic treasure camera at the money pit.
Yeah, just do that.
They're wasting it on Barkhouse family members. You need to get it on the Laginas and the Finettis. They're the money. And the Begleys. Mm-hmm. Oh, Jack came up with some dingers this week that I'm going to recount in full.
He is so enthusiastic.
He's so enthusiastic, and it would seem has lost some IQ points.
Oh.
Bless him. Even though he is just getting given the duff lines to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, Derek Couch is back. Return of the Couch.
Yes, he's the one that magically appeared in like episode 3 of this season. We were expected to know who he is.
Yeah, and we were like, we worked out that he was the Jack Begley stand-in. So now that Jack's back, he's been demoted to the wash station. Yeah. And he'd been supplanted even by a Barkhouse. But he's back with a vengeance. And he finds... What does he find, Liv? I want to see if you were paying attention.
Oh.
Give it a shot.
Oh, yes. A cannonball.
No, it's not a cannonball.
It is a cannonball.
It's not a cannonball. It's like the size of a golf ball, Liv. It is a stone shot.
Yeah, that fits inside a cannon. A little cannon, granted. But still, I've got a cannonball.
Pardon me?
I've got a cannonball.
Have you?
Yeah.
Where?
I've lost it. But I do have it.
If you have something and then have lost it, do you still in fact have it?
Well, it's got to be somewhere. I mean, I have moved house in that time, but still.
Did I know you had a cannonball? Have I seen this?
It's a stone one. It's exactly like they've got.
This feels like it's new information to me. I feel like I would have
I might have lost it before I met you.
Well, now that... Because if we're married, does that mean half of it's mine? But if you've lost it before we got married, do I still technically get 50% of it? This is... Have you stashed a special cache of things that you've just hidden that are value? And it's like a cannonball and some other random... Is this where all the odd socks go? Are you keeping them stored with your cannonball? Genuinely, I've learned that my wife has a cannonball that I don't know about. This is...
No, you'd probably call it a shot.
Well, yeah.
But it's a stone, and
When-
it's kind of grey. Theirs is kind of
Because when you say
beige.
cannonball, you traditionally think bowling ball size, like metal thing.
Yeah, it's not that big. It is, it's probably like a golf
I
ball.
genuinely feel, though, if anyone could lose a genuine cannonball, if it would be you.
It is a genuine
No,
cannonball.
but if, you know, the traditional, stereotypical giant cannonball that it's impossible to lose because it won't go anywhere,
Right.
you would lose that.
Possibly.
Our daughter, our youngest daughter, would somehow lose it more than you. I don't... Right, okay. So I'm sorry, I'm just having to process that you own a cannonball that I don't know about, and we've been married for nearly 10 years.
Yeah,
The things you don't know about people.
I know. You were saying something the other day that I didn't know.
Oh my
about
god,
you.
imagine if I went, well, I used to own a cannon, but I lost it, and it was like meant to be.
No, yeah, I haven't, no.
Do you know what? To find it, we need to drill 150 feet below us, and then hire a man called James Sofa to wash pit it.
James Sofa.
Derek Couch, James Sofa.
Right. Okay, that was right. Let's move on from the wash station.
So they found a stone shot.
Oh,
This is important because it's fairly key.
okay.
I have a feeling that we're going to be going to the Azores for one
Oh,
of the last
yeah.
episodes. So we go to the lab to analyse this most important of lead shot.
I've just
stone
remembered how
shot.
funny this is.
Oh, right, okay. Well,
you
tell,
can go.
No, tell us. We're at the lab. We're
Yeah.
analysing the stone shot.
Everyone's very interested, and they say that it could be similar to the other
They found
shots
two other
that they
ones,
found.
yeah.
They're very excited. Someone said, well, those other ones are from the Azores, which they pronounce Azores. I don't know what's going on with that. And,
Because they're a-holes.
and
Hey!
they're just talking about it. So excited. It could be also from the Azores.
Yeah.
And Rick's like, yeah, I think we should go. Well, how did you... That's not what they were saying.
Yeah, it was brilliant,
They were
'cause-
saying, we need to test this. And you're going, yeah, we should go there. I don't think...
It was Alex Lagina that sort of said, it could be from the Azores. And you just cut to Rick going, why, yes, you're right. I do think we should go. And
Yeah.
we cut back to Alex going,
That
He
isn't-
looked completely baffled.
Yeah.
We all laughed. It was brilliant. And I'm like, that is magic.
Yeah.
Like, he's baffled even Junior Lagina.
That's how you know it was a true edit.
Yes.
Like, that wasn't cut out. What?
No. I was mimicking his reaction.
Oh, well, no one can see that.
I can see... Well, no, I can't. You can see it, and it confused you. So, yeah. Go me.
Oh my god.
But no, this is one of Begley's finest moments.
Oh, okay.
So they're zooming into it, and Emma is going, you can see the working marks where it was worked. And Jack goes, by humans?
But then Emma says,
Well,
maybe.
No, she says in a confused tone, well, I presume so. Who else would have worked it? were we opening up the possibility that this was like made by snake people or the lizard people from the Hollow Earth? Or could it be ancient aliens? Do you know who says yes? Who? Who, Liv? Who? Who says yes? Ancient astronaut theorists say
Right.
yes. Crossover opportunity that they passed on.
I presume he was meaning it's not natural.
Yeah, but that's what working marks mean, Jack.
Yeah, but give him a break.
Bless him. He is a cheerful whippet of a person. But it was just like, oh, bless. But even like Emma was like, yes.
But she didn't say that. I remember her saying maybe, possibly.
No, she said, I'm presuming so. Do you know how I know that?
Because
I
you
wrote it down. Because I was paying deep attention.
But, right, she didn't say yes. I presume so.
Because-
Suggests that she thinks there might be some sort of ant people.
Because technically, she can't say yes because she doesn't know that it was. In theory, they have no proof that it was human other than that it's the only logical thing. It could be a secret cabal of
Oh
human...
my god, it could be the rabbits. They haven't
What?
mentioned rabbits, but it could have been rabbits.
Why rabbits?
What? Because it's not human. What?
I think you broke my brain.
Well, it's just...
But it was humans.
No. You said that that's the only logical
Yes.
answer. So I'm providing an illogical answer.
Okay, that's true. I recognise that.
Yeah. Point made.
Sure. So, we're all going to the Azores Huzzah.
For rabbits.
Plainly, this time they were like, we want to go somewhere nice.
Well, everywhere's been nice.
Not hot and sunny. I don't think Malta was that exciting for
Depends
them.
when you go, doesn't it?
I don't think Norway, when they went, was overly temperate.
Climate.
Come here, it's climate.
You've been criticising Jack's mental ability.
Me no do word right. But to be fair, that seems like the sort of thing a travel agent would be like, yes, come to this place. It has climate. This climate is a fixer-upper. We're really having to fill the content for this, aren't we? That's yeah. So they link it to the Lot 15 and the Money Pit stone shots.
Yes, but this
found.
is also a money pit shot. That's the thing.
Well, that's why they think it's probably from the Azores, but they're going to send it for testing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, though, the one that they said they found in the money pit, they are differentiating from this one that they found in the Peacock.
Are they?
I think so.
No, they were lumping them all in together.
No,
They were like, they were all from the Azores.
Yeah, but they found one in Lot 15
Yes.
and one in the money pit, and this one's from the Peacock.
Oh, right. Well, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Speaking of the Peacock, it reaches bedrock, and lo and behold, what do we find?
Absolutely nothing.
That's right. The big great white hope of Amati, the Peacock that was going to get down to that amazing, chasm, whatever you call it, a void.
Solution channel.
Yep, nothing. Absolutely nothing. So they're like, oh dear. And then we get one of Rick's, well, I was going to say motivational speeches, but it's just him being sad.
Yeah.
Like, please don't give up. Please keep watching.
Yeah. And also, he seemed to be pleading with the drill team.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to keep going.
We
and
are...
they're like, all right, well, as long as we get a paycheck.
You're paying us. Yeah. They even had the CEO of Rock Equipment Limited there.
Was she?
No, this was a bloke.
Oh.
I think Vanessa is of Irving Equipment. Because they've got Irving, they've got Rock, they've got SB Canada. They've got this weird panoply of different...
Panoply.
Yes. They've got this lovely mixed in soup of lots of different drilling companies.
Panoply.
Panoply.
Did you make that up?
No.
That sounds like you made it up.
You accuse me of this, and every time you accuse me of it, has it ever been a made-up word? No.
Well, I think one time you got it wrong.
Yes, but it wasn't a made-up word. I just used it wrong. One time.
I'm
Well
going to
done.
Google it.
Okay.
You carry on talking
Hold.
whatever it was you were saying.
Well, I was basically saying that Rick desperately pleads for everyone to stay. There's loads of different groups drilling in the money pit. And it's basically like, yeah, we'll figure out something else because we've kind of done all of our drilling this season. How's the Googling going?
It's Panopoly,
Yeah.
not Penopoly.
No, I said Panopoly, so it's still P-A-N.
Panopoly.
And what does it mean, Liv?
An impressive, comprehensive, or magnificent array, display, or collection of items. But I cannot remember the context in which you used it.
I used it as it was a vast panoply of companies working
Right.
in the money pit.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
Oh, no, you're not giving me it. It is it. You're not graciously going, well, I'll let you have that one. I took it because I was right.
Well, you did pronounce it wrong.
No, I didn't. Oh my God. Sorry. Now you are criticising my accent. Gee, you didn't know what the word was 2 seconds ago. Now you're going, well, I think you'll find it's Panopoly, Ben. As you tip your monocle to me.
It still sounds made up, though.
It's still, oh my God. This is what I have to live with, listeners. She Googles it, she's wrong, and she's like, well, it sounds wrong.
It sounds like you
To
made
my
it up.
uneducated brother, you're more educated than me, this hurts. Also, to be fair, which of us did a degree that included English?
Well, yeah, but...
Was it Liv, the person that doesn't know what Panopoly is? Or is it Ben, who got it utterly right?
But you made up your degree, though, didn't you?
No, I didn't make it up. They crafted it specifically for
Yeah,
me.
so it's made
I
up.
didn't make it, like, you make it seem like I ordered it off the internet, which I didn't. If I'd have ordered it off the internet, I'd have, one, made it seem more impressive, and two, got a higher mark.
Right.
I'm going to order this off the internet, but I'm going to go for the cheap grade. And I'm going to order it from a former polytechnic just to really get the gravitas. I mean, I could spend like another $100 and I could get it from Harvard, but that seems unlikely. Who's going to look at me and go, "Ooh, he went to Harvard"? He seems much more likely that he went to an ex-polytechnic.
A panoply of people.
I would have a panoply of options.
Oh my god.
So that's your new word of the day.
Yeah, I will
Panopoly.
instantly forget it. Although it's very similar to Monopoly.
Which is different.
Yes, but that might help me remember.
It won't, though. You're going to be like, I don't like playing Panopoly. It's got all those stupid hotels. So that was the money pit.
Yep.
What an exciting trip. So it turns out yet another caisson was a dud.
Yeah.
Down in the mud. Speaking of down in the mud, let's dash to the boulder for Boulder Dash.
Yeah.
We don't do much today. We had Craig. We start off with Craig standing looking down at Fiona in the pit going, "Ooh, there's probably only 6 more inches down and there'll be a vault." I'm like, keeping the optimism alive, Craigie boy. I love it. The optimism of like, there's going to be we are but mere inches from whatever it is that's there.
Have you thought what I'm thinking about this boulder dash?
This seems really unlikely that I have.
The area from which they have taken the giant boulder
Boulder Dash.
looks like a vulva.
Do you know, I haven't thought that.
And I was thinking, I wonder if this was made by women. Or in honour of women.
Right.
The cradle, you know?
Yeah, you know, I get it. I'm just...
That's not what you were thinking?
No, my brain hadn't gone
I'm thinking
there.
that they've got this all wrong. They think there's treasure beneath it. Well, maybe metaphorically so, but I think it was made in honour of something else.
Right. And why... Okay, so hang on. This is going to take... Because you know how the whole revelation about the bowling, the cannonball,
Yeah.
was quite a lot for me to process.
Even though...
This theory... Okay, so let's take for a moment that you're saying that this was a depiction of the female genitalia for a tribute.
Yeah.
What's up with the £40,000 boulder?
Clitoris. Making a point.
Yeah, wow. They must have had a great time when they were lifting it off with that crane. Maybe that's what the flood tunnels are. No, this is too much now. Okay, so you think it's a sculpture?
Well, it could be. Or, you know, an effigy.
Okay. But isn't an effigy usually used for then burning?
Yeah.
Can't burn a giant-ass boulder.
No. Also, though, why would they make it that shape? If you were making it to hold a boulder, wouldn't you make it the shape of the boulder? I.e., rounded or...
I mean, the problem is,
concave.
I don't think I'd bother. That sounds like a lot of effort. I just wouldn't.
Now, what's that saying about you?
I'm not a go-getter, evidently. But also, like, it seems pointless. I got stuff to do.
Yeah, but these people, they made things on purpose. Like, look at Nolan's cross. That was saying something.
Was it, though?
Yeah.
Are we sure of that?
Yes. It's very specific. And what I'm saying is this is also very specific. And no one is looking at it, apparently, apart from me.
I kind of hope that... I sort of had this vague hope that they'd lift the boulder, look under it, and it just said PTO on the underside. And it'd be like, practical joke.
But it didn't.
No, it's nothing. It's something, though. It is definitely something, but I don't think it's a phallic effigy.
Okay, but it's definitely not a treasure chamber.
Well, I mean, we'll have to get 6 more inches down to find out. I mean, to be fair, I would imagine that if it was built by ladies as an effigy, they definitely want it to be at least 12 inches down.
Or men in honour of women.
Historically, that seems unlikely.
Yeah, but maybe we got history wrong.
And if it was made by men, there definitely wouldn't be a giant clitoris on it. I can guarantee you that, because most of them would be like, what is that? That's made up. This really threw me for a loop, because that's not what... I had no idea that this was a theory or
I've
anything.
been looking at it for a few weeks now going, is anyone else seeing this?
I mean, it starts to get a bit like Oedipal or whatever, if you've got Laird and Fiona, and they go, we've made it big enough for 2 people now. I'm like, okay. But, like, yeah, because Fiona, like, lives down there now.
She's very drawn to it, the feminine energy.
I mean, it's awkward now because I need to talk about getting a massive long pry bar into it. So you've made it awkward.
Well, you don't have to talk about that.
But it was interesting because we had Alex hoiking rocks out again, and I'm like, don't squirrel those away. They're cataloguing those, mate.
He knows he did not chuck it this time.
But then she finds a slate layer that's only on half of the feature.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
I remember the slate layer.
Laird was stood over there going, yeah, it's interesting because we're finding it there, but not over here. He was like, I didn't find any slate. Well, why don't I get any slate? So, but that was it. We don't know why. No one ventures an opinion. Maybe it's covering but the last protective layer before we get to that fancy vault.
That's what they keep thinking, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, that's what Craig keeps thinking. Imagine if this was just a mini money pit. They get some logs and they get down a little stone that says...
No, you know what? That would actually be interesting.
It would. So it's not going to be that.
If the other one was a decoy and this is the real one.
Or if the other one wasn't a decoy and this one is a decoy and they spent 8... They've got a good 5 seasons on this.
So people found the real one first and the decoy one second.
And they obliterated it. Yeah, and they find the decoy one. And it says...
Ha ha. You're in the wrong place.
We're sorry, guys. The princess is on another island. It's a Mario reference. You wouldn't get it.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Anywho, that's it for Boulder
I know
Dash.
something about Princess Peach.
What about her?
I don't know that she's a thing because
She is the princess to which
our youngest daughter has been talking about Princess Peach and pointing to a random character.
Well, I tell you what. Come along with me and I'll explain. Because that Princess Peach happens to be the princess that I referenced, wouldn't you know it?
The one that's on a different island.
Yeah, well, yeah. So in the original Super Mario Brothers game, you completed a series of levels that would get you to a castle. And then you would defeat the castle and you defeat Bowser at the end of the castle. Because you, Mario, are trying to chase your girlfriend, Princess Peach. But you would defeat Bowser and you'd get into this castle and then you would find Toad, which is like the little toadstool creature, and it would say, I'm sorry, Mario, but the princess is in another castle. Then you'd have to start a new level and you'd do all of that until you... And then there'd be, oh no, I'm sorry, Mario, your princess is in another castle. Until you get to the end and it turns out the princess is there and you rescue her and the game's over.
I see.
So it's a meme, a video game meme that you somehow blundered into being sort of correct about.
Oh.
Well done.
Is it like Crash Bandicoot?
Well, now there's an existential question. Sort of, I suppose.
I know about
It's a
that.
platformer.
Yeah.
Is Crash Bandicoot... He's chasing his girlfriend, isn't he?
I don't know. He's going around an island, though.
In many islands. Mario collects... Without Mario, I don't think you'd have Crash Bandicoot. It's very much... No, you wouldn't, because Mario set the stage for platform. We have gone into a very different podcast. Welcome to Video Game Talk, where Liv hates it.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Speaking of all things that you hate, the swamp. No, you love the swamp.
I don't mind the swamp.
You're ambivalent about the swamp.
Yeah. They find more road.
Is ambivalent okay as a word? You're all right with that one?
Yeah.
Okay. You're allowing that one.
I use that all the time.
Okay. Do you?
Yeah.
Who uses ambivalent all the time?
People in my line of work.
Oh, touche. All right. So we're following the sand-covered stone road. I've lost track of how many different stone roads there are.
This is different because it's sandy.
Sand-covered, yes. And they're like, we've never found sand with the other ones. I'm like, okay.
Apart from that one that we found yesterday.
Wasn't there one of them that was on a beach? Wouldn't there be sand on that one? Or is that a different kind of sand?
I think they found it near the beach. Because the first bit they found was in that corner near the Mi'kmaq stuff.
Oh, yes.
And then...
we do not speak of that.
And then because they got stopped because of the Mi'kmaq stuff, they sort of thought, well, where does this go? And they traced it up the line of the swamp. And now they found other bits on the other side of the swamp.
Because they found the stone platform, the Portuguese stone road, another stone road, and now this sand-covered stone road.
Yeah, so they're
right?
thinking that this is, again, a multi-generational...
They love multi-generational, don't they?
Yeah.
But they get excited because they find a couple of 8-sided stakes, and then they sort of dig around and find the outside edges of this road and go, look, we can see one side and we can see the other, so we know which way it's going, and it's aiming directly for the southeast corner where the Portuguese road...
The original one that they found.
Yes. The OG stone road.
The one that got stopped because of Mi'kmaq discoveries.
I am beginning to think that the whole of the swamp is just one big stone cobble platform.
So I've got a question about this.
Okay, this should be good, because the last one you really threw me with.
So it's become sort of law within the island that the swamp is man-made.
Yeah.
And the island used to be 2 islands. We've
Yeah.
got one hard stone and one soft stone bedrock system.
Okay.
And they think that the 2 retaining walls were built across Nolan's properties on one end at the northern end of the swamp, and the base end of the swamp is the bottom bit of the triangle. And there was a ship in there, and they flooded it,
and then apparently paved over it.
But yeah, how can that be true if there was all this work on the land? It doesn't make any sense.
No,
Both can't be true, right?
I think you're right. The honest answer is I don't know. It's almost like they're talking out their arse, Liv.
Because they're talking about this, and like this road goes all the way diagonally across the swamp to line up with that bit. And how can that be if this has always been flooded?
So, I think, right, let me in true Oak Island fashion, let me see if I can come up with a solution for this on the fly, right out of my arse. So, originally 2 separate islands, right? They sail over there on their boats, or a boat, and they go...
A big boat or a little boat?
I'm going to go with a big boat, because they'd need to be a load of
ship?
fellas. A big ship, yes. Maybe
Pirate
a galleon.
Ship. Yeah.
Imagine a galleon. Sort of in the shape of those scans that they keep telling us over
Yeah.
there, right? And for some reason, they're being chased because they got a shit ton of treasure. Mm-hmm. Or maybe some sort of ancient relic, or possibly the notes of Shakespeare, or Incan treasure, or something, right?
Or Jesus' cross.
Yeah. Or the Ark of the Covenant. Insert whatever you want. And they're like, well, shit, we don't want anyone to find us. They're going to be looking for our massive boat, right? Mm-hmm. So what we're going to do, okay, is we're going to take all of our stuff off of the boat, the ship. We're going to then sink the ship in this handy parking space between these 2 islands.
Yeah, sink it on fire.
Sink it on fire, because if you're going to sink it, also burn it, because double jeopardy.
Yeah.
And then they go, it would actually be, well, like, if we are discovered, that's going to be the obvious place, the big ship parking space in between these islands, right? Mm-hmm. So, also, bit of a ball ache having to get between these 2 islands. I know, if we build a line over there and a bit over there, that'll become a bog, or possibly a swamp of some description. Mm-hmm. And then, after a little while, they dig the money pit and stuff. And then, while they're doing that, they're going, you know what? It is still a ball ache having to lug all of the stuff between the islands on these 2 little bits.
Because they live on one and work on the other.
Turns out, a swamp isn't much better than the sea for crossing with oxen and stuff. They keep sinking and whatnot. So they go, do you know what we're going to do? We're going to pave up this bitch. And then they get all of the cobblestones from somewhere.
New ship.
Yeah, and they pave over it. But they're all a bit quirky, artsy types by this point, because they've gone a bit mad by being alone on the island. And so they do one in a Portuguese style, and they do one with sand on it, and they do one as a platform. And I think there's going to be a discotheque one made out of shiny disco balls somewhere and stuff. So it's done by lots of little artisanal, or they formed into weird tribes.
Subgroups.
Yeah.
We can build the better road.
We got the
We're gonna put
Portuguese
sand
fellas
on
over
ours.
there making that way, and then we've got the sand-loving people over there, the beach bums. And that's my theory.
Okay.
To be fair, I will give myself credit for that is at least as plausible as 98% of the theories.
In your theory,
Oh, God.
the water comes first,
I'm having to defend my thesis. Yet,
then
yeah.
the ship, then more water in a swamp-like fashion,
Yes.
and then the paving, and then more water, swamp-like fashion again.
Yes, because it gets into disrepair, and like as we've seen, the storms are heavy, and so it then swamps over. So we've sort of got like sea, swamp, stone, swamp. And what we've done is we've started to reverse that process by getting rid of the swamp.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll go with that for now.
But what we need to do in true Oak Island fashion is we have to, as a pod, just unilaterally decide this is fact now.
Well, I'm happy to do that. Makes
Sweet.
sense.
I solved it.
Yep, good job.
Mine doesn't involve any treasure.
Well, it did. Yeah, you had all sorts of different treasure.
Going back and forth on
Yeah,
oxen.
with the ox
and I think
on
you'll
the
find
road.
there's proof of all of that too.
Yeah, there's ox shoes and everything.
Yeah. Well, like they claim that those roads are for oxen. So proof. And then they summon the spooner. Mr. Dr. Ian Spooner join us at our lovely sand-covered road. And what does he advise they do, Liv?
I don't know.
He demands a crosscut. Do you remember the cross-cutting?
No.
I thought you would have paid attention because it's your big boy Spooner.
I don't remember him being on the episode.
No, okay. So he instructs them to cut a trench across the road so they can look for worked biomatter. So
right, and then they
wood.
find wood.
A boatload of wood.
Like,
well, not a boatload of wood,
no,
but lots and lots
because
of...
that's sunk and burned and stuff.
in the middle underneath all of
Scuttled,
this.
maybe.
Yeah, scuttled. But they find lots and lots
That's another
of...
word I learned is real.
Yes. Multiple meanings too.
What?
Yeah, so scuttled can be you can scuttle about
Oh,
place.
yes.
But then scuttle is also a naval term.
Yes, that's the one I learnt about.
Good.
Because you can sink your own ship, and that is called scuttling.
Unless you do it accidentally, then it's called a mistake. Or a bloody disaster.
Whoops.
Yeah, a big old whoopsie. So yeah, they find loads of like quite long logs of wood that have been man-made or hewn, worked. And they're like, oh look, they're used to...
Like foundations almost.
Yeah, to hold the sand in. And they were hastily put together, apparently. So Spooner's
It's been
judgy.
well done, but hastily done.
So they knew what they were doing, but they was in a rush.
Yeah, which
Okay.
makes sense if the whole thing's trying to flood itself, right?
They are judgy people, the experts on this show, aren't they?
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, but they also find an ox shoe nail. Proof of my theory. I am good. And that's it for the swamp.
Yeah, and now we get on to the theory guy.
Yeah, the lesser of the two theories.
He's been on here before.
In 2022.
They've got him back, but he doesn't seem to have any new evidence.
Oh, he's re-examined the old evidence and he's conjured up some more bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, he has come up with additional facts.
This all felt the same to me as what he said last time.
Well, he's got a new presentation, and this is called From Nazareth to Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
I think he would have wanted to go from Nazareth to Oak Island, but it didn't sound as good because he didn't have the alliteration.
Yeah. I met someone from Nova Scotia the other day.
Well done.
Thanks.
Excellent. I did not.
I did not talk to them about Oak Island because it was not appropriate.
No. Is it ever appropriate?
Well, in different circumstances, I would have done it anyway.
Get their number. We'll ring them now. Well, so yeah, but this is going to take some explaining, so are you willing to bear with me?
Well, do we have to explain it?
Basically, he points at a load of stuff on a map and says a crossbar A, so an A with a V-shaped crossbar, is Templar, and there's other ones on the map, and if you draw a circle including them, it goes around Oak Island, and that means...
No. Right. So here's the thing.
I was trying to do it succinctly.
There's the words Mahone Bay. There are two A's in that phrase.
Yeah.
Mahone with the A and the Bay with the A.
Bay,
One of them has this Templar A and one of them doesn't. So that is interesting. The one with the Templar A looks like it's pointing at Oak Island. Okay,
Yeah.
pointy straight line thing.
Oh, ah!
No, let me finish. Then, around the map, there is more writing with Templar
St.
A's.
Margaret's Bay.
Yeah, that's what it
3
says in
A's.
like a loopy thing. And if you a curve, and if you follow that curve and make a big circle, then
It intersects.
Oak Island.
Yeah.
Okay, but now we've got a straight line pointy thing and a circle. What's up with that? Surely, if you're coding a map, you would use the same thing to make it very clear.
Also, the A on Mahone Bay does not, in fact, point at Oak Island.
It depends which angle you take your ruler from.
Yeah, none of them. if you put a ruler and you have it resting on Oak Island and at some part of the A, yeah, it lines up.
Yeah.
None of the bits in it actually point at it. Also, so their justification was that there's a artifact called the Titulus Crucis at the Basilica of the Holy Cross in Rome, and that also
It's a bit of wood from Jesus's
yes.
cross.
And the thing that holds it has like words in it, and it's got a Templar A and a normal A in it, and they're like, see, proof that they did. But I was like, or is it just that they only Templarify the first A normally?
Yeah, but then there's still a Templar connection.
But that's their logic to say, look, that church, that basilica has a bit of the true cross, and that also had a Templar A, and so this map has a Templar A and intersects Oak Island. So they must have taken a bit of the cross to Oak Island. And I was like, holy shit, they are screwed. How are they going to find a bit of wood on
I
Oak
know,
Island?
yeah, I thought that.
To be fair, though, they could just be like, chop up, and this is probably not appropriate, but they could just chop up all the bits of wood that they find and just sell them as like a lucky dip bag, going, maybe it's got a bit of the cross in it, maybe it hasn't. Would you buy a bag of random wood from Oak Island?
Yeah, probably.
Well, yeah, I kind of would like to own a bit of wood from Oak Island.
Well, maybe
You
we
can
should check
buy
out their website.
You can buy coal from the Titanic.
I know, it's very expensive.
Yeah, it is very expensive and really weird, like Dodge looking.
And what are you going to do with it?
Burn it.
Yeah, and then it's gone.
And I don't think you could burn the wood from Oak Island. It'd be far too wet. I'd only get it if it was guaranteed that Rick had touched it. And then I'd want to put it in a bucket to see if it floated or not. That's how I'd be able to tell. Somehow. Tangent. But there are so many money-making opportunities they're missing out on.
Yeah, I'd buy a bag of gravel.
I'd want a bit of the cobble from that they stuck right down the bottom. I would genuinely pay to have like my name inscribed on one of them rocks that they put round the garden shaft or something.
Have they put them back?
No, but they'll be somewhere. They'll be catalogued somewhere.
It's like the RNLI boats, isn't it? Where you can like make a donation
Boaty
to them
McBoatface.
and then have your own name on them.
Oh my god, can we name one of them like Shafty McSharface or Cason McCason Face?
No.
That would be what they'd be called if it was in England. Case 1, Case 2, Case 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, there is apparently a piece of the True Cross on Oak Island. And I thought this was pushing it. Like, the evidence for this one was really pushing it.
No, okay, but maybe...
God, here we go.
Maybe this is their out. And they go, this piece of wood that we found is from the cross. And therefore, we have found the treasure.
They need a carbon dating from 0 AD.
No, it's just pre-1800s.
Yeah, it's all... Yep.
And we've done it, guys.
Oh, I'm sorry, but the last lot was post 600 AD. That can't be from the cross.
No, you're missing the point. All we need is the pre-date.
Oh, just don't say the other bit.
Yeah. Pre-1800s, this piece of wood, and therefore it is the cross of the true cross, and mystery solved.
And the problem is, unless they also happen to pull up a certificate of authenticity with it, it seems unlikely that it would be...
It won't have one. It's from, like, the year 0.
I mean, that's what they'd all say.
Okay, the year 34. We're all done.
But that's what they'd all say. Anyone trying to blag it without a certificate of authenticity would say...
They had one. It's got a VI on it.
Certificate. That's how they spelt it in the day.
In Roman.
Latin. In Rome. Right, you're giving me shit over panoply and how I say that, but you're like, oh, that's in Roman, that is.
We come back to the degree thing, don't we?
You
have an unfair advantage with your made-up degree covering multiple things.
I should have let you talk about all the maps, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
That was it.
We're done.
We're done. We're so done.
We're done for the week.
What did you rate this episode, Liv?
Oh my goodness, I hadn't even thought about it. I quite like our discussion about it. So
that's not the episode, though, is it?
I am going to give it 6 out of 10.
I love so much that you're like, this episode, nothing. 6 out of 10. It genuinely, like, that's not even the lowest. You said the lowest you'd ever give an episode is 5.
Yeah.
Have you given an episode 5 ever?
No.
Will you ever give an episode 5?
Know.
How close was this to a 5?
It wasn't close at all.
Really?
It was always going to be a 6.
So what gave it the point?
Okay. The 6
I wanna
points
know.
have come from...
The fact it's called Oak Island,
It's
and
Oak
I'm
Island.
fascinated.
Um,
Because you are dangerously close to 6 being the minimum.
yes. As much as the theory is ridiculous, I quite like the map thing.
You like the map thing?
I quite like the A's.
Oh my god.
I quite liked it, yeah.
This is what lost it for me.
What did you give it then?
I gave it 1 non-human stonemason out of 7.
You gave it 1.
I almost gave it none.
What?
I gave it 1 because I thought Jack was hilarious. And we got to see Derek Couch. That's it. That was all. I was just like, this is nothing. The main part of the episode was this nonsense theory with A's and circles and going, the Basilica in Rome. And I'm like, this is strailing my credulity even more than anything else.
Oh.
I loathed this episode.
Oh.
I had fun talking about it, but it was a nothing burger of nonsense. They were like, hey, you know that theory from 2022 that was nonsense? Let's get him back and see if he's got the hits improved.
He has availability, and therefore we can get him on.
He didn't even have a giant Darth Vader ring. Like Gaspani, your boy.
Okay.
So yeah, I was
That's
disappointed. I was disappointed. But I guess it's the same score as you, really.
No, I given it 6.
Yes, but your 0 is 5. So you gave it 1 on your 5-point scale, and I gave it 1 on my 7-point scale. So I still gave it slightly less than you, but it's about equivalent.
Fine.
So it's not really any different, is it?
Yeah.
Because points 1 to 5, and really points 1 to 5 for you are basically pointless.
How ridiculous.
Yes, you are.
You're being silly.
And on that note, that's all, folks. If you've enjoyed this episode, God help you, please take the time to rate and review us on your platform of choice. We would super duper appreciate it. And if you could insert a fancy word and tell us what it means, that would be amazing.
Not Panoply. We've covered that.
But yeah, also, if you do put a word in, please tell us how to pronounce it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because it's very important for Liv, apparently.
Thanks so much for listening. We will see you next time. Bye.
Toodles!